When we think of Europe, we often think of grand cathedrals, medieval castles, and cities steeped in history. But beneath the surface, even deeper than the Renaissance and the Romans, are towns so old they've witnessed the rise and fall of empires, survived plagues and wars, and are still home to people today. In this video, we're taking you across Europe, region by region, to visit the oldest towns that are still alive and thriving. From Viking outposts in the north to cave cities in the south, this is your time travel ticket into Europe's living past. Let's begin our journey with the cold, windswept shores of the north, Northern Europe. Ribe, Denmark, founded 710 after Christ. Welcome to Ribe, the oldest town in Scandinavia. Founded around 710 after Christ, Ribe began as a bustling Viking marketplace, strategically placed along Denmark's west coast, where goods, stories, and beliefs were exchanged. Today, Ribe feels frozen in time. Its winding cobblestone lanes, half-timbered houses, and cathedral spire tell tales of both Norse gods and Christian missionaries. It was here that the first Christian church in Denmark was built. Must-see spots: the towering Ribe Cathedral, which dates back to the 12th century, the Ribe Viking Center, where reenactments bring the early Middle Ages to life, and the nearby Wadden Sea, a UNESCO-listed nature reserve where Viking ships once sailed. Travel tip: climb the cathedral's tower at golden hour for panoramic views of the marshlands. It's stunning, especially when the light hits the red rooftops just right. Southern Europe, Matera, Italy. Inhabited since 7000 before Christ. From Viking halls to prehistoric caves, our next stop takes us way further back. In the sun-soaked hills of southern Italy lies Matera, one of the oldest continuously inhabited towns in the world, with roots going back over 9,000 years. Matera is most famous for its Sassi districts, a labyrinth of ancient cave homes carved into the limestone cliffs. These weren't abandoned ruins. They were lived in until the 1950s, when poverty forced a government relocation. Today, many of these caves have been restored into stylish hotels, galleries, and cafes. Highlights to explore: the Casa Grotta, a preserved cave house showing how families once lived here. The rock-hewn churches with stunning frescoes painted directly onto the stone, and the crypt of the original Sin, a hidden gem with Byzantine-era murals. Travel tip: stay in a cave hotel for a once-in-a-lifetime overnight. Matera doesn't just show you history, you sleep in it. Eastern Europe. Plovdiv, Bulgaria, founded 6000 before Christ. Now to Eastern Europe, and to a city that's even older than Athens or Rome. Welcome to Plovdiv, Bulgaria, founded more than 8,000 years ago and still very much alive. Plovdiv began as a Neolithic settlement, evolved into a Thracian stronghold, and was later transformed by the Romans into a cultural and political hub. You can literally walk on Roman paving stones, then turn the corner and grab a craft beer in an art gallery. Don't miss. The spectacular ancient Roman theater, still used for concerts and plays. The old town with colorful 19th century homes and Ottoman-style mansions. And the Kapana district, a creative neighborhood packed with street art, bookshops, and live music. Travel tip: visit in spring or early fall. The weather's mild and the old stones are warm from the sun, just right for a slow wander through 8,000 years of history. Western Europe. Marseille, France, founded 600 before Christ. Western Europe's oldest town takes us to the Mediterranean coast of France, Marseille. Founded by Greek settlers around 600 BCE, Marseille, then known as Massalia, quickly became a major trading port. Over the centuries, it's absorbed Greek, Roman, and French influence, and today it remains a vibrant, multicultural city. While Paris is polished and grand, Marseille is rough-edged, sun-drenched, and utterly authentic. Must-see experiences: stroll through the old port, Vieux Port, where fishermen still sell their morning catch. Explore Le Panier, the city's oldest neighborhood, full of street art and pastel buildings. And visit Museum, a sleek modern museum built right next to a 12th century fortress. Travel tip: try the local bouillabaisse, a rich fish stew born right here in Marseille. Have it by the port as the sun sets. It's pure Mediterranean magic. Central Europe, Athens, Greece, founded approximately 3000 before Christ. Now to Athens, not just the oldest capital in Europe, but one of the oldest cities in the entire world. Founded over 5,000 years ago, Athens is where democracy, philosophy, and theater were born. The spirit of Socrates, Plato, and Pericles still echoes in the marble ruins and city streets. And unlike most ancient capitals, Athens isn't a relic. It's a living, breathing metropolis. Things you absolutely must do. Walk up to the Acropolis and stand in front of the Parthenon, one of the most iconic structures on Earth. Wander through Plaka, a maze of narrow streets and tavernas under the Acropolis. Explore the Acropolis Museum, where the ancient meets the ultra-modern. Travel tip: visit the Acropolis early in the morning to beat both the crowds and the heat. The light's better for photos, too. From Viking ports to prehistoric caves, from marble temples to painted streets. Europe's oldest towns remind us that travel isn't just about going places. It's about going back in time. So tell me, which ancient town would you visit first? Let me know in the comments. And if you love this journey through time, give it a like, hit subscribe, and ring the bell for more wise travel stories from the past and present. Until next time, travel smart and travel wise.